some great linemen there and great teams there for a while too.
Yeah, we did, and it's that's why one of the things coming back to things like this are fun. I have some old college roommates coming back. When we had the Chiefs alumni weekend a couple weeks ago, the whole group except one of the offensive line was there, and it's pretty special when you have that good of nucleus of guys. I mean, in Kansas City, well, we have one Hall of Famer right now. Will Shields will probably be inducted next year, hopefully. Brian Waters is a 5-6-time Pro Bowler. We just had a good group of guys, and it can be said for the same guys that I had here playing beside me at Iowa. I mean, Ross Verba, Matt Purdy, Mike Goff. I mean, guys who played in the league for quite a while. I mean, I've been pretty fortunate to be on some good offensive lines.
How close did you ever come to missing a start in the NFL once your streak started?
There were times where it was tricky. I tore some meniscus in my knee one year, had to wear a brace, but I fought through it. It was at the end of the year, so I kind of fought through it and made it. But believe it or not, last year was the most trying time to where I was in the training room a lot more. I did some fingers and a couple of other things, but you got to get by. 2 years ago, I don't even remember what game it was, but of course I had the streak going of consecutive games, consecutive plays, and Brian Waters, my left guard at the time, it was that late in the game, and the offensive line coach said, "I'm going to take you out, and we're going to put another guy in. You don't need to be in." And I would have come out just because I need to listen to the coach and do what's right. But Brian Waters stepped up and said, "You're not taking him out of the game." And of course I didn't come out, but I mean, it was pretty neat to have a fellow offensive line mate step up and knew the impact that it had on me.
As you were going through the NFL, I'm sure you went through trying times. Was Coach Thomas someone that you looked to for even advice as you're going through your professional career?
Yeah, I mean, I called Coach for everything, and I even called him when I was getting ready to get married. I mean, I could call him for any advice possible, whether it be football knowledge or not. Coach would always come down to Kansas City to football clinics. He'd stay at my house, and I mean, it were fun times with him.
What went through your mind when you got the phone call, when you were first told about this, and what does it mean knowing that you're the first one to get this honor?
I couldn't believe it. Just all the players that have come through the University of Iowa and have been forces in the agricultural field, that, I mean, probably, should have got it. I don't know, but like I said before, I'm so honored to be the initial member. It's something that won't be able to be taken away from me, and it means a lot to me now.
After all those years working for John Deere, was it hard to get your dad to wear red and white Chief stuff?
No, my dad would wear everything. He still has all the old. He kept every game ticket that he's ever been to. And, my dad would wear anything that whatever team I played with. But he still makes sure to wear the black and gold, I think.
What would your reaction be when one of your sons presents a paper to you that say they want to be a Hawkeye and a pig farmer?
I will love it, actually. But believe it or not, that slip of paper that I wrote in 4th grade, Coach Thomas always kept it and had it displaying on his shelf and stuff. And when he was shot and killed, Aaron ended up giving me or not giving me, but he ended up giving my wife the piece of paper, and she had it framed and stuff, and she gave it to me for my birthday one year. So it's pretty cool. So now I have it framed up, and it's in my youngest son's room.
Can you tell us what role Iowa played in your development as a player?
The way Iowa developed me, I mean, just when I came in here as a 235-pound center out of a small town in Iowa. It wasn't getting highly recruited. I got recruited by Iowa State, basically. It was the only 2 teams that offered me. And I came here and it just, I finished up my senior year probably around 280. And the way they developed me was in the weight room, without a doubt. And being around the guys when I was a redshirt, being able to play under a Mike Devlin, a Scott Davis, being able to look up to those guys and see what they're doing with their careers and wanting to achieve what they've achieved. But just the learning aspect of getting to know the game more. I mean, small town Iowa football isn't up to speed so much, but it's football. But Big Ten Iowa football, you learn so much from being in it, and you take it on. I took a lot of it with me to the pros too, and there's nothing like Iowa football for some reason.